Hi guys, good morning. Okay, there's quite a number of them messaging me privately asking about opinions and suggestions and stuff like that. I want to share uh, my deep experience in this aviation industry. So my route was the longest way. I did it in the FAA, CPL, then I convert my license to Singapore and privately doing all the 14 ADPL papers on my own. I never attended any ground school or stuff like that. And joined Tiger Air, flying with them until school took over. Me and my some of my group, my batch were titled as a JFO, CAAS, CPL. And next thing that I know is when they merge with Tiger Air, they eliminate all those JFOs from Tiger Air, and they kept all the CAAS, MPL pilots who used to do the cadet program with Tiger Air. So I lost my opportunity in that angle. I started to apply for SIA, and the time, the age is 40 years old. Now I'm 43. 3 years, age is catching up, and calls are very slow. Outside Singapore to get in is also a bit. Uh, the opportunities are very less because they need to have experience and hours and uh, have to be flying currently, so it's a kind of complicated situation where I was very hoping that I can get into a Singapore Airlines and stuff like that as a deso, but it looks like is things are getting not as planned or something like that. So to make it clear, I'm not trying to what do you call this, demoralizing anybody. I'm not trying to uh, say something wrong in here. I apologize if I said anything wrong. Go through the airline as a cadet if that is the best choice that you have. Go through the airline as a cadet. Either Scoot, you self-sponsor for Scoot, or you sign up with as a Singapore Airlines. You go through as a cadet. Don't waste the money to do your own because it's a very high risk. You don't even know if you're going to be hired unless you won a toto and you strike millions of dollars and you want to throw it away. It's okay. But hard-earned money like this, you need to think twice. I only did the 14 ATPL papers is when Tiger Air accepted me in the interview and I was being accepted in the sim check. Then only they told me to go and do the 14 papers to convert your license, and then we will call you in 1 year time. So in that way, it is more for a very strong foundation. But yep, the only thing I can tell to you guys, if you're going to be in this industry, go through as a cadet, unless you want to take the risk. Yeah, that's all. So thanks, guys. Happy weekend, and some of you all I might have picked you up in my car. I'm a Grab driver, so all the best. Thanks, man. Okay, yeah, guys. So a number of you all keep calling, messaging me about what happened, how can it be like, it's impossible that, uh, like, to lose a job like that. And did you lose it during the COVID time or what? No, no, no. It was during the merger time. Well, what I'm about to share with you guys, some of ex-colleagues of Tiger Air or Scoot is might be inside this group, or even the management of this Scoot, or the management of Singapore Airlines, whoever is listening. So from the day one, what I've said to now is all the same. Nothing changed. Nothing have resolved. So when the merge was going on, a lot of things were like being rumors around. We were given a chance to do the Boeing 787 Dreamliner type rating, but that type rating cost money of 60 grand. And I fall back by saying I have to consider, because I was a self-sponsored A320 type rated person with Tiger Air. So it's impossible for me to find the 60 grand within the short period of time. I was still a JFO uh, with Tiger Air, let's put it like 8 months, 9 months, not even a year. They start to merge. So I was still new, fresh, having about 500 to 600 hours in the A320. So all the JFOs like me, myself, who has left back to say that let me consider to find the 60 grand for that type rating, uh, it became like a list. They started to list all the important people first, then the least people the last. So unfortunately, I was the least people that they were considering to keep, and almost all the MPL cadet pilots from Tiger Air, they were they were kept behind. So yeah, so this is what has happened. So it's just that they had the list from A to Z, and I was the me and some of us potential people, like good people, really really good people, good friends and good colleagues. We all were thrown out. So now the question is, how can a company can throw out somebody? Either a retrenchment, they can declare, or we are retrenching because we are overflow of pilots from Scoot, and now we are merging with Singapore, with Tiger Air, so retrench. But retrench is a big option, because when you declare retrench, you need to come up with a retrenchment package. If not, the person who's affected, they can approach MOM to launch a complaint. This thing happened, I was retrenched like this, or the company told me to leave like that. So there's another option. They put you on a simulator to do some kind of base check training, because all this is so transparent. You can literally see it, because I see that, and I did question some people why you need to do like this, and I get a very straightforward answer. So not to elaborate too much, the filtration of pilots like me and some of us was thrown on some kind of sim check, and they put us on a simulator that makes us a bit of startle of a problem. I mean, all the events that happened is so unprecedented. know. Nothing is like you can imagine. It's not like a simulator that you study, then you're going to get exactly what you studied. They can throw anything to you. Anything can happen. You can get a stall, you can get a engine failure, you can get a V1 cut, you can get a single engine fire, you can even get anything, anything. So I was startled for a while, and there is a quick response where you need to rectify the problem immediately. So I did that. I followed the protocol. And funny thing is, they say that the simulator stopped. They say I failed. And I was like, fail? Like why? It's a big question mark, eh? I said, this is something that every pilot will go through. It's not like by the book. Anything that happen, you follow the ECAM, and then you you solve the problem. Because that is how the real life pilots are flying. And then they say that, oh no no, uh, you're not competent. I was like, what? I was not competent. I was not competent. That is the title. So now there's a reason to remove potential pilots out of the company. We are removing a person from a company because he's not competent. It's a big question mark, you know. It's a very sad story. It's going to take more than hours and hours to talk about it, but I don't think any one of y'all are even have that time to listen. So there's nothing to hide. You can ask these kind of questions to any one of y'all who previously from Tigerair or Scoot, I don't know. And this is what was going on. It was so transparent. It was so transparent. Aggressively, they were trying to eliminate as much people as we can from Tigerair. We were like uh, nowhere to go. You know the movie called I Robot. You know the Will Smith act I Robot. You know the new robots come and take over the old robots, and the old robots go into the junk. We were like the old robots where the new company took over, and we were like totally left out. So it's been 5 years, and many of you all are thinking, "Oh, are you can you able to fly the plane, or can you able to fly out and everything?" No, there's no question. Put me on a plane right now, I will know how to fly that beauty in the sky. I know exactly how to fly the plane because all the procedures and SOPs and all the fundamental of flying is embedded in me. So there's no way that I did mistake in that aptitude test of Singapore Airlines. No way, because in and out, day in day out, I keep practicing and practicing. I can score, and I literally saw that I'm scoring with green ticks. In the aptitude test, when you do something wrong, right, you will have a X. Or I was getting a majority of green ticks because that is what I was keep practicing. I still yet rejected. Well, I hope I clear. Some of you guys are messaging me and asking this. I hope, like, I have answered you guys, whoever messaged me. And yeah, Happy weekend, man. Thanks, guys. Bye bye. Good morning, aviators. Thank you so much for sending me personal messages and wishing me, and uh, all your kind words. Really, some of y'all are even asking me to continue to tell the whole story, my whole aviation life story, so that younger generations, you guys can able to predict and decide your futures. So this is going to be something um, interesting. Going to be kind of in very deep. It's going to be very deep. It's going to be very sad. So just wanted to share with you guys that yeah. So some of you are asking how you did your ATPL. Did you go for your ground school? How is that now? So after I completed my FAA, the United States, and then I came back vigorously. I was like sending out my resume. It's like it was so crazy. It's like sending out to all the airlines, thinking that they will hire me with the 250 hours. Oh my god! I mean, technically, I was high after my 250 hours. I did 100 hours time building. So when I came back to Singapore, I only had about 350 hours. So I was like sending out the resume and like keep getting rejections until I happened to saw an ad. I don't know whether you guys remember or not. It's called the Eagle Jet Aviation. The office is located in Orlando. So they told to me that fly Dubai, those Middle East carriers, they are having the line training program for low time pilots. That is the advertisement. I remember. So it's like you pay certain amount, then you need to be type rated on your own, or you go through with them. So there were two different type of package. It was like 60,000 USD. That is excluding type rating. So the aviator guys, I mean the company was telling to me that I need to be type rated. So when I came back in 2008, I went to United States, did my FAA, everything, then time bills, and I came back in 2011. Yeah, I mean, I took some time. That instrument phase, it go crazy, man. Seriously, I was like, what the hell is happening? I was like, all of us, all the all the students in the flight school during the instrument phase, we have no clue what was going on. It was like, oh, and especially the DME arc. Oh my god, I don't know whether you guys know about. It's called a twist and turn. So you dial the radial and then you twist and then you turn to the radial, and it's like twist and turn, twist and turn. It's like you do a DME arc. It's like our I have no idea what's going on. Because the needles are deflecting to the opposite side, and you have to turn to the opposite side. It's like it's a natural motor for us. Like we need to turn, and we keep going far away from the DME arc, and it's like we totally. Eventually, I get it. We all get it, of course. Then became instrument become our best friend. Like who cares to see outside? Just fly with the instrument. That is what we all went through, the low visibility, right? You know. So yeah, back to the story. So when I came back, and then I really wanted to join. Yeah, I really wanted to join. Then I went back to US in 2012, and I did Boeing 737 NG type rating. It's called Higher Power Aviation in Texas, Dallas. Now they're no longer operation. Uh, they merged with some other companies. So Higher Power Aviation was affiliated a member of American Airlines. So what happened is after the 911 incident, the Twin Tower, the security check will become very strict. Uh, the base check, type rating check became very, very strict. So I was trained by the American Airlines captains, and the standards are there. Yeah, I passed. 31st December 2012. That was the day that I passed. And then it's like a new year for me. It was like fantastic year. 2013 was so much good. So what happened was uh, from Texas, Dallas, I took a flight to Florida, Orlando to meet up the guy, because he's not answering my calls. So I went up to the office and it was like a scam. It was total scam. I was so lucky that I didn't even transfer the 60,000 to him. Something told to me not to transfer first, just do your type rating first. So end up, I didn't take up the program. Yeah, so it was like, I talked to my parents saying that they're asking, hey, what happened to your program? You're supposed to go, that is why you went to US. I said, well, uh, I can't say it's a scam. I don't want to break their heart. I just told to them saying that I'm on the waiting list. But whichever comes first, I will just take it. This is what my conclusion is. Then 2013, uh, I couldn't do anything. I joined as an assistant station manager with SBS Transit. I was a train operator. So, I was doing my train operations with them. My base was at Mung King Station, Hougang Station, Kovan Station, Little India, Outram Park, Harbourfront. So some of you all might have come across me at the customer service counter. So 2013 April, my friend called me. Somewhere April, yeah, around there. Called me saying that, hey man, Tigerair is arranging a meeting with all those Singaporeans who have a CPL license and jobless. Why not you attend the meeting? So it was at the Honeywell building at Changi Business Park. So I went and they told to me, okay, we need more Singaporeans and we need Captain Eugene Anthony is the time he was there. And he told me, word to word, this is what he said. We are not looking for pilots. We don't need pilots. We need a captain. You come to this building, you open the door, don't feel yourself that you are so proud because you are earning fatty wallet of money. So do your best and I will see you if you can make it. This is his words. I took the words, I was like talking to one of the HRs and then I said what I can do now. They say, oh, you need to do the 14 ATBL papers. And I was like scrambling, going through Singapore Flying College and asking them. They say there is about 30 grand, 30,000. I was already prepared to pay. I mean, I can pay a 60,000 USD money. I was like telling to myself, okay, I'll deliver. Just go join the just go and join this Singapore Flying College ground school, and then I just do it with them. Then the HR told me, hey, tell you what, we're not going to hire immediately. It's going to take some time. So just carry on. So this was like going on, ding dong, ding dong. My first uh, LO paper. So I was like, looking at the ATPL syllables from CAS. So the first thing was the LO. So I was like, telling to myself, okay, let's do it by one. I was like so confident. So on December I do. Oh my goodness, I failed. I was like, what the? Then I asked, it's in the Tigerair. They say that, oh, just take it easy and then do it one by one. Don't worry, because I already done the interview with Tigerair. I already done the sim check. Then only they told me to do the ATBL. So there is a foundation ground proof to say that I have a job. Now it's time for me to clear my paperwork and my medical. That is how things worked in 2013 like that. So January 2014, I remember then I was like working in the SBS Transit and then started to do my VFR, uh, the communication papers, the most easiest one. Like morning I did 10 a.m. and the other paper was at 2 p.m. like that. So the most easiest one. So I passed, build my confidence around there. Then I go on, go on, go on. I mean, I'm not a bookworm. I'm not like a genius to pass every paper in one go. I do fail. Yeah, the air law one time I failed. The human factor one sucks. It really sucks. I really hate that subject, man. Wallah. Oh my goodness. If I look at the book right now, I feel like so much fear. And then this what ACDC. I mean, like I'm a pilot and I'm training to be a pilot. I'm not an engineer or like I'm not an electrician. Why do I need to learn so much about that, man? I mean, G navigation was Bongo City is like I was like staring at that grid meridian. I was like thinking like what is Ramline? Like, oh my god. So I couldn't take it, the pressure. So what I did is I resigned. I told to my wife, this is what's going to happen, and my baby boy just born in 2012, and my second boy also born 2013. So I told to my wife, you know, can you become to do the job to take care of the family because I need to do this. So I quit. I become full time. So I did the ATPL, the full ATPL. I did it. I did the ATPL, and yeah, like go to my room from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Same like going to the ground crew. In between 10 a.m., 15 minutes break, then lunchtime break, 1 hour, then after that another 15 minutes break around like 3 o'clock, like that. So I completed 2015 somewhere in October. So nearly it took me about a year to complete the 14 papers. And then I approached Tigerair. I say, hey, I done, because the ATPL is paper are valid for 3 years only. So I did it. 2016 they called me and they they told me, that uh, I've been hired. It was a moment of tears. I was crying. Even right now, I'm talking to you guys. My tears are still coming down. Excuse me. So I'm like saying it to my parents that you know what, I made it. I have made it. All these days has come. So now is the sad part. I did the type rating, pay the 50,000 to Tigerair to do the type rating with CAE. And then the day of my base check, I'm sitting in the crew room discussing about what the flight phase is going to be and what the base check is going to be, what are we going to do, and what exactly I have to perform to show to the examiner that I'm capable of flying the plane. And I keep receiving missed calls after missed calls after missed calls from my mom. So the examiner said that, hey, man, I think it's some kind of urgency. That's why they're calling you. Just why don't you pick up? So I pick up. All I can hear is screaming and crying on the phone. I was like so confused. I was like, what's going on? And my mom said that your elder sister is gone on my base check. I was like blunt, and I was like telling to my mom, my exam is going to start. And then this is what my mom said: do what you're supposed to do since you are there. You are in the middle of the sea, all right? Go to the other side of the land. Don't ever come back again to where you started. So complete and tell to me that you have passed your exam. So I told that to my examiner. My examiner said, I tell you what, Shiva, you know what, we will postpone this. I said, no, no, I will not postpone this. The funeral will be happening tomorrow. Today they will be doing all those necessary things. Let's do the base check. I built that confidence. I pulled back my my sadness, and I did. My partner failed the base check, and I did it. I passed the base check, not because of sympathy or what. No, I did it very well. That is what the examiner pointed out to me. Man, you did a perfect one, man. It was so perfect. Your your base check was so perfect. So when you converting your license, right, from FAA to CAS, there is like a conversion period where within 20 days or 21 days, I forget already. Correct me, guys. I don't know. Saying that if you're converting your license, your base check is only valid for 22 days or 20 days by CAS. If you never convert the license, you have to retake the base check. So unfortunately, yeah, the FAA took longer time to respond, and then I lapsed the base check dates, and then I have to retake again. But I was, it was just easy busy. I mean, the captain already know already, like, hey man, you already passed your base check, so this is nothing for you. So okay, so I did it. I passed, and I go on. So the day when they are telling, the HR was, I saying like yesterday's story, when they are saying that you're not competent. I was like laughing to myself. I say, not competent. And then when they are discharging me, this is what they said. Oh, you fail your first base check. And I told to them, and I that time that was Captain Hamish was the chief pilot when Scoot took over Tiger. So I was telling to the HR, I said, no, I didn't fail my base check. I lost my sister when I did my base check, and I passed my base check. From PPL until CPL, all the check rights, I never even failed one. Ground papers, yeah, I might have failed, but the base checks and the test flights, none. Because the moment once you touch the control, 180 souls are depending on you. You cannot be like taking selfie pictures. You cannot be like playing around with yourself to say, "Oh, look at me, I'm a pilot. Oh, look, I have an expensive suitcase." Like, no. That's why I told them I never fail. They say, "No, you fail. That's why you retake again." Ah, what the hell? Oh, you fail your line check. No, I never failed my line check. The line check captain, whoever was sitting there, they didn't even follow the FAA. What do you call that? The FAS or something like the CAS requirement, because they changed the requirement for the line check. So that fella followed the old system, and then he wrongfully circled the points, because he called me personally to apologize. Even the head of training department also called me. Hey man, I think there's a mistake happened. He accidentally said. I said okay, but he did say, but I passed. No, no. What is documented means is documented. I say, what are you trying to say? What do you mean like documented means documented? The mistake is done by him. He already called me and apologized. Then do something. Why I need to go through the line check again? Oh no, that's a company policy. Okay, I did it again. Like flying colors. My chief pilot that time was Captain Pritipal. He took me. He just looked at me and said that, man, I have no idea what is wrong in here, because you fly the plane like you have 3,000 hours on your hand. Your procedures are precision. So he was like, totally, totally. The HR was saying that no, you fail your base check, you fail your line check, and then you fail also this base. You're not competent. You keep failing. It's like they put the blame like that to remove political. So I took the bullet. That time was the NTUC union, which is of course the NTUC union need to side with the company, right? So they told me, hey, you know what? You still have your CPL license. You can get any job anywhere around the world. You're not the MPL license. You have a CPL, so they never revoke your CAS license. So you can just find, like, man, I never do any mistake. That is the point here. You're here, you're a union to help out the pilots, or you're helping out the company. Which is which? So this is the saddest story that happened for me. Thank you for listening, guys. Very sorry for dragging 20 minutes of lecturing. Bye bye.
Good morning, guys. To answer some of your questions, when I went to United States to do my FAA, I had a clear mind that I want to be an airline pilot. So some of y'all don't need to have the same mindset. You can be a cargo pilot. You can be a recreational pilot like crop duster, or you can do like ferry pilots. Like for example, if you go to United States to do your FAA, you can join those companies. They're doing like the charter services, you know point to point, state to state. You can even join the what do you call that, air defense. Like for example, California is having a fire and you're using the airplanes to distinguish the fires. You can be a pilot for that. You can be an instructor. So there are many things you can do if you go to FAA. The school that you go, like for example, the school that I went is called Aviator College at Florida. They do have flight instructor courses. After you become an instructor, they will also hire you as an instructor in that school. So while you are working, earning some money, you also building your time bill. Once you reach certain hours, 1,500 hours to do your ATP, then it's up to you. From there, you can like move on to find a job within the United States as an airline pilot. Not necessary that, Singapore, because the way I see Singapore Airlines, like I said, my previous voice message, if you guys are doing cadet, it's the best choice. If you're going to spend the money like this, like what I did, the longer route, I think the best is your options need to be open up. Maybe I made a mistake when I was younger time. I'm so stubborn to be an airline pilot all the way, to learn through all the fundamental about airline pilots. Maybe that's why now I feel the pain of Singapore Airlines is not hiring, Scoot is not hiring. So just a simple note. So some of you all are messaging and asking opinions and suggestions. So I hope I'm speaking to everyone. Alright guys, a good one. Take care. Bye bye.